What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soul Break. Thanks for stopping by my channel. So I have a very interesting pair of sneakers to review today. And as you can see on the screen, these are what people are calling one of the legendary models in the Yeezy Boost history. And these are the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 in the Oreo colorway. So to be honest, I'm pretty surprised that Adidas decided to re-release these. I don't think anybody would have expected this. To be honest, I have no nostalgia with this pair. I believe these released back in 2016. I wasn't into sneakers back then, but apparently a lot of people, put this on their kind of like grail list. And luckily, I was able to cop a pair in my size last week, and these did come in the mail a couple days ago. But I did want to do the static review first because that was actually my grail sneaker, not these. But again, this is a very clean pair of sneakers, and without further ado, let's dive right into the shoe. So obviously, this is a re-release of one of the most legendary models in the Yeezy Boost history, and the entire upper is constructed using this prime knit material in this pitch black knit. And what I can say that is this, this black color is very dark and deep, very similar to the breads that we've seen, and it is definitely darker than, say, the triple black model that released a couple years ago. That actually has sort of a kind of like an ashy sort of feel to it. I wouldn't necessarily call it a sheen or anything, but it does feel a bit lighter. It doesn't mean that it looks worse. It's kind of a different shade of black. But this one is just pitch black, really dark. And then right across that, you see that tan colored Yeezy stripe with the Supply 350 text, and that's always a very cool detail to see on Yeezy 350 V2 models. And towards the front, you see more of that, prime knit material with the different patterns here. And then you can see the small, speckles all done in that tan color, giving that kind of like Oreo type of vibe. And it's such an ever so subtle detail, but, it really, adds a little bit more livelihood to the sneaker itself. And it's very cool. Now, down the center, you see the typical 350 V2 rounded laces, factory laced onto the shoe. As you can see, it's all pre-laced. And obviously, the 350 V2 models do not have any sort of like, branding or tongue tab on the tongue here. And then on the back side, you see more of that Yeezy stripe extending all the way to the heel area. And this model does not come with the heel tab. The original release did not have it, so there's no reason for this model to have it either. I know some people kind of prefer to have the heel tab for, I guess, for look's sake, as well as some sort of, practicality, as you can kind of like pull it as you put on the shoe and take them off. But I don't really mind. I think, just keeping the original design is what's more important. And the medial side does not have the Yeezy stripe, but you can see the speckles across the shoe here. Now, on the inside, you see these typical cushion pads all done in black. On the inside, you see a slight, Adidas 3-stripe detail here on the heel area. And then for the insole, you got that Adidas and Yeezy branding printed in white against a black insole. And the midsole is your typical, 350 V2 detail. It is kind of that smoked black, semi-translucent midsole here, all across, all around the shoe. And I think the QC on this particular pair is, quite on point. I don't have any complaints. Generally speaking, I think Yeezys have better QC compared to Jordans. I guess it's maybe because it has a slightly more expensive retail price point, but that might be just the case that I've been lucky. But I think I've seen enough pairs of Jordans and 350 V2s to kind of, make that judgment. Anyways, on the outsole, you see more of that smoked out black, semi-translucent outsole with all the caging here. And then underneath that, you got the Boost foam, all done in white. That's primarily what gives you that kind of cloud-like feel when you put these on. Cloud-like comfort, I would say. And then you see more of that exposed Boost on the back side. And then obviously you got that Boost branding here towards the heel area of the outsole. Now the other side of the shoe is basically the same deal, except for the fact that on the Yeezy stripe here, you got the supply text backwards. And I'm guessing that's how the original design used to be, because I know Adidas kind of switched that around with some different pairs, but I can't really tell which particular model it was. But as far as I know, I think the original design probably would have been this way. So kudos to Adidas for keeping that the same here. And then you got the here I got the Adidas Korea tag here, the sizing tag. It's the US size 10 and my size. And then you got the what the hell is this? Okay, I think it's the material description, I suppose. And then yeah, that's the rest of it. So yeah, anyways, I'm pretty excited to have copped this pair, because I did not actually expect to cop a pair, because I think I've mentioned this in my previous video. The Adidas Korea first come first serve on their official website is really based on pure luck these days. It's not anything about being quick or slick or anything like that. You have to wait in that waiting room, and then once you get randomly selected into the waiting room, then you will be able to see the sizes, pick a size, add to cart, and then check out. And then for some odd reason, due to some flaws and glitches in the system, your order might actually get canceled even though your payment went through. So you have to pray to God that your payment goes through, and then they ship your pair at the end of the day. But I really was not expecting to cop this pair because it was so hyped up, and I guess it's pretty limited compared to some other 350 V2 models that we've been seeing lately. So yeah, I was really lucky, and the hype behind this was pretty crazy too. But personally, this was not a grail sneaker for me. I much would have rather had copped the Statics for retail over these. I know some people would give me a lot of hate for saying that, but hey, that's just how I feel about this sneaker. Since I already have the bread sitting in my room, I still have not yet worn those. I have to yet to wear those, so I'm probably gonna let these sit for a while and then see what happens, because there is some resale premium on this. So maybe further down the line, maybe I could use this as trade bait if I have some other sneakers that I would like to add to my collection. For instance, I think the hype behind the Air Jordan 1 Stage Haze is going to be pretty crazy. I know a lot of people would say, oh, that's just crazy. This sneaker is more valuable and, more meaningful compared to those. But again, it's just my personal choice, and, I can do whatever the hell I want to do with my sneakers. So it is what it is, I guess. But sizing wise, I have not tried these on. But what I can tell you is that even though this is a size 10 and I have the same size Beluga V2, the reflective version in my collection, I'm getting I'm really wearing those often. And what I've noticed is that putting this model side to side with that model, it seems like this model is a bit shorter for some reason. So my gut instinct tells me that going true to size might not be the right way for this, because I already, my Belugas already feel a bit snug, even though they're true to size. So if I do put these on, I'm expecting to feel a bit more tighter on the toe area. So this is not the best sizing tip, but I would say at least go half a size up, especially if you have wide feet. So that's just my opinion. But you might want to, check out some other 350 V2 models and maybe check out some other videos to get more exact sizing tip. Now, wearability wise, I'm gonna be honest. Even though I prefer the breads over these, I think this is gonna be far easier to pull off, especially because it has that sort of, easy stripe running down the side to kind of put things off a little bit in a good way. I think it adds a good, very nice balance to the overall sneaker and eventually your overall outlook I would say like look, because I just saw somebody wearing 350 V2 breads on the streets, and it looks really, really dark on feet. So unless you're completely wearing some sort of like streetwear type of look or like tech wear type of look, it's gonna be pretty hard to pull off the breads. But this, I think, it gives a bit more room and flexibility in terms of what you can wear, just because it has that, sort of tan colored, a brighter colored stripe running down the side. And again, that's just my opinion, but I think that might be a pretty good advice when you're kind of, figure out a fit for this. But, at the end of the day, it's not going to be that difficult to pull off a fit. So, that's just me. And then again, the resale premium wise, there is some resale value on this. So if you've been waiting to cop this pair, it might be a pretty good time to kind of like snag these just now, because the resale price has significantly dropped before the re-release. So this might be a pretty good time to cop a pair if you really wanted these in your collection. But anyways, that's it for today. Again, I'm really, really blessed to have been able to go through that stupid first come first serve system that Adidas Korea has added. Hopefully things will get better, because we are expecting to get the bone white pair on Monday, and then we'll probably have the wave run restock on Tuesday. Fingers crossed. Let me try to get a pair in my size for either of the models. But hey, wish me luck. And if you guys enjoyed watching this video, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow. And I have a couple more sneakers coming in. I can tell you they're really, really interesting. So anyway, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.